Would you stand tonight and would you help me welcome the mayor of the city of Chicago? Come on, stand.
Yeah.
Come on, some Come on, let's give him a hand. Let's give him a hand. He won't say this, but I've been telling the church that our permits have been just moving fast. And a lot had to do with his office. And making sure that we get our land. And so on behalf of the church, Mayor, we want to thank you for partnering with us. Let's give him a hand. Mayor of the city of Chicago.
I do want to say that while we were singing, first of all, it was beautiful.
Amen.
But we were standing, I said to Dr. Wood, I said, you know, this puts Yom Kippur and Rosh Hashanah to shame. I said, our rabbi lets it sit periodically. But if you're going to stand, that was a way to stand to listen to that spiritual.
Amen.
So I want to thank you. Second, I do want to say thank you for having me here and making me feel so much as a member of the congregation, a member of the family and the community, and all the voices and all the faces that are here. And it's a beautiful thing. So I want to be quick, as Pastor Hannah knows. I respect this is not just a podium. This is a pulpit.
Right.
And I'm over here where the podium is, and they're different. So I want to respect that space. But for me, where I speak from a podium, when the pastor speaks from the pulpit, we're still headed in the same direction together.
Amen. Amen.
And to get there, and I want to talk about, that was a beautiful building. The reason we're accelerating the permits and moving fast is not because of the building. It is a beautiful building. And I want to compliment the architect and everybody that worked on it. But it's the beauty inside that I want everybody to see.
Amen. Amen.
Whether it's the entryway, whether it's in the house of worship, or obviously whether it's in the restroom. I didn't realize that was a big conversation. I mean, if you're going to compete about something, it shouldn't be the restroom, but go ahead. But it's what happens in that building. And as I've always said, you give me a pastor who's active in the community, a principal, like the principal of this school, who knows what she or he needs to do with the children, and you give me an involved parent, you don't have to worry how many police we have.
Amen.
And I'm proud. In fact, the superintendent said, you got to come. I said I would do it on the way home, and there's not a problem. We have a rule in our home, minimum of 4 nights a week, we have to have dinner as a family. And I'm going to be a little late because tonight's my night cooking, and I have now a good excuse. But on a serious note, it is the involvement of this church, saving lives, turning people around, getting them on the right track that I want to do here.
Amen.
And I want to pay homage to your mission. And the mission is to get people on the right track, doing the right things, making the right choices.
Amen.
Amen.
And what we have to remember, there is a lot of warmth. I felt it here, a lot of energy. I've asked every church leader, every member of every church, take the warmth that's in this building now and spread it all over our city.
Amen. Amen.
There's no time. And whether it's at Pastor Hannah's church, we are too speeding his permit through. Now there's a competition, which permit can get done faster. That's a race I like to have. Because I want to make sure that whether it is at Pastor Hannah's church or this church, or at any church, I want to make sure every child, regardless of where they live, and the children that are here, I know these children are going to be good for one reason. They're here with their parents.
Amen.
Their parents brought them to church. I don't have to know much more after that. But I want to make sure every child in the city of Chicago, regardless of where they are, regardless of where they live, when they look downtown and they see the energy, they see the promise of this city, do they see their future in that city, or do they see a different future for them? And until we bridge that difference, where every child, regardless of what they want to do, knows that they have a chance and they have a future and they have a promise. And the only place I know to bridge that difference, if there's a gulf, is in a church, in a home, and in a school. And those have to be strengthened, because I cannot get where this podium and this pulpit are pointing towards, to that point on the horizon. I cannot get there if a child does not think that they have a future.
Amen.
And if there's an emptiness in their eyes. And I'm going to close on this one point. Today we announced, it was down in Pritzker Pavilion, Yo-Yo Ma, the great artist, was there. And it was there because we have, as the only city in America, put arts education back into our schools. Everybody else is cutting them back. Every child will no longer have to make a choice between math or music. They're going to get math and music.
Amen.
They're no longer choosing between arithmetic and arts. Arithmetic and the arts are part of a child's education.
Amen.
But we were there, and there was a children's choir. And then there were kids, all part of the Chicago Children's Choir, going into communities all over. There were 3,500 kids. All ages, all voices, all vocal ranges. But they sang with one voice for peace in their city. It was a beautiful thing to witness. And so I cannot think of a better way to both end my evening as well as open my day. With the promise of our children and the promise of this church to build a better city, I want you to know, Dr. Wood, I'm happy you're here. I'm happy that everybody from out of town came to Chicago. If I can't put a plug in, please spend some money while you're here. Don't spend too much time in church. Get out and enjoy the city after service. But I'm glad you are here for the other reason. I want you to know our city welcomes the role of faith in building a better community.
Amen.
Thank you.
Amen.
Come on, give it up for the mayor of the city of Chicago, Rahm Emanuel.